Hello everyone, welcome, namaste and chajalo tashidele. I want to welcome everybody to our basic Buddhism class. I'm sorry that my video camera is not working today. So this is my picture. You are seeing me on this picture. My name is Gurung and I'm the host of today's Zoom session. I would like to warmly welcome our respected teacher, Lupin Rilok, and I want to thank him for kindly accepting our request to teach this class. And this Gurung Buddhism class is organized by United Gurung Buddhist Organization of America, UGBOA, which is the organization is dedicated to preserving and promoting Gurung culture, tradition, and Buddhist teaching and passing them to a future generation. So, this program is open to everyone, not only the Gurung community, anyone from anywhere, age 9 and above, who is interested in learning about Buddhism is welcome to join this class. So as we are already a little late today, because this is our first session, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Before we begin the class, I would like to request our uh, President Bhim Gurung to deliver a short and sweet speech. Thank you.
Thank you, host Amro Shivaraj sir. Good evening, everybody. Namaste, Chajalo. Respected our teacher Lopen Rilok and board member Will Wisher, dear student. This Buddhism class is hosted by United Gurung Buddhist Organization of America, but it is open for everyone though who wants to learn Buddhism. And I like to say about little so short thing short about our organization, the United Gurung Buddhism Organization of America is non-profit community and religious organization dedicated serving Gurung Buddhist across the United States. It stands for the foundation where Gurung culture and Buddhism Dharma exist as a two side of coin or same coin. Today as we being our Buddhist class, I warmly welcome all of you. Wishes a peaceful heart. Buddhism teaches us the value of wisdom, kindness, discipline, and mindfulness. This teaching helps us understanding life, control our mind, and live in harmony with others. Dear students and other well wisher, this class is not only about the learning lesson from the books, but also about participating good thought, good words, and good action in our daily life. May you all listen carefully, think wisely, and grow into kind and responsible individual. I wish you success in your study and hope this class brings peace, knowledge, and happiness to your life. I think you guys know about the peace mark from the nowadays worldwide the news about the monks who are doing the peace mark from Texas to um, DC. You learn from there also. I hope you guys gonna learn in something in your life, and you'll make your life better. Thank you so much. May the triple gems bless you all, guys. Thank you. सबैजनालाई फेरि पनि धन्यवाद ज्ञापन गर्न चाहन्छु। सबैजना जो साथीहरू यहाँ क्लासमा आउनुभएको छ, तपाईँहरूले आफ्नो जीवनमा महत्त्वपूर्ण कुराहरू लर्न गर्नुहुन्छ, नानीहरूलाई पनि लर्न गराउनु चाहनुहुन्छ। यो क्लासले निरन्तर रूपमा तपाईँहरूले सबैजनालाई सहयोग गरिदिनु होला। हाम्रो नानीहरूको जीवनमा परिवर्तन ल्याउनको निम्ति, अब हाम्रो जीवनमा पनि परिवर्तन ल्याउनको निम्ति चाहिँ यो क्लास धेरै उपयोगी छ। र सँगसँगै हामी इङ्ग्लिस बुझ्ने जति पनि साथीहरू, यो नानीहरू मात्रै नभएर जति पनि हामी इङ्ग्लिस बुझ्छौँ, हामी इङ्ग्लिस बुझ्ने साथीहरू सबैजना 10 वर्षदेखि माथिको जति पनि उमेरको साथीहरू क्लास बसेर चाहिँ आफ्नो जीवनलाई केही मात्रामा परिवर्तन गर्नको लागि चाहिँ मैले अघि भने जस्तो माइन्डफुलनेस होइन, डिसिप्लिन, काइन्डनेस, विजडमहरूको यो सबै कुराहरू लर्न गर्नको लागि पनि हामीलाई धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण क्लास छ। त्यसले गर्दा हजुरहरू सबैजना क्लास बसिदिएर चाहिँ यसलाई सहयोग पुर्याइदिनुहुन्छ होला भन्दै मेरो छोटो भनाइ अन्त्य गर्दै, एगेन आई लाइक टु थ्याङ्क यू आवर टिचर लोपेन डिलोक एन्ड अदर लामा गुरु। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, Bhim sir, for this wonderful welcome speech. Since we have now a student joining our class from a different state, I believe it would be helpful to have a brief introduction. So once again, I would like to request our president to introduce our student who have joined our today's class. Thank you.
आफ्नो नाम भनिदिने, अनि म यहाँबाट आइ एम फ्रम दिस सिटी, दिस इज मी, लाइक आई एम फ्रम इरी, माई नेम इज भीम गुरुङ, लाइक द्याट। ल त सबैजनाले
I'll
आफ्नो।
go.
ओके
Sorry.
ओके
मेरो नाम चाहिँ जन्म गुरुङ हो, म युटा सल्ट लेक सिटीबाट हो।
थ्याङ्क यू। एनदर वान प्लिज। नमस्ते भन्नु।
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम मिलिसा मगर हो, म पेन्सिल्भेनिया, पिट्सबर्ग पेन्सिल्भेनिया हो र।
नेक्स्ट वान प्लिज।
Hello, my name is Assis Gurung. I'm from Utah Salt Lake City.
Oh, that's where.
नेक्स्ट वान प्लिज।
Hey, my name is Grayson and I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia.
थ्याङ्क यू। नेक्स्ट वान प्लिज।
Namaste, मेरो नाम बिनिता गुरुङ, बिनिता लामिछाने गुरुङ, and I'm from Harrisburg.
शी इज अ टिचर अल्सो, ओके।
Yes.
एनदर वान प्लिज।
Namaste, my name is Grayson Gurung. I'm from Pennsylvania, Mechanicsburg.
मेलिसा मगर प्लिज।
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम मिलिसा हो and I'm from Pennsylvania, PA.
ओके स्मृति गुरुङ।
Namaste, मेरा नाम स्मृति गुरुङ and I'm from Pennsylvania, Erie.
प्रिन्सटन।
मेरो नाम Princeton Pooja Gurung. I live in Kentucky, Louisville.
क्रिस्टिना नट कृष्णा।
नमस्ते, म क्रिस्टिना गुरुङ। आई एम फ्रम केन्टकी। यो मेरो दादा हो, सानो दादा। नमस्ते, मेरो नाम क्रिस गुरुङ। आई लिभ इन केन्टकी टु।
ग्यासन अघि भन्यो उसले। ओके आदित्य।
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम आदित्य गुरुङ हो, म ओहायोबाट हो।
ओके नेक्स्ट वान इज साङ्गे डुक्पा।
My name is Sangi and I'm from Georgia.
Okay. Gelchen.
My name is Arwen and I'm from New York.
New York where?
Syracuse.
Okay. Arya.
नमस्ते।
Okay, namaste Arya. अर्को को छ ल त?
Namaste, I'm Saudir Gurung and I live in Shippensburg.
Namaste, मेरो नाम Gelson Gurung and I'm from Mechanicsburg.
Okay, Sangat Dupa, Atlanta.
मेरो नाम Princeton Gurung and I live in Kentucky, Louisville.
Hello, namaste. My name is Sudeep Gurung and I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Namaste, मेरो नाम जस्मिन गुप्ता हो म एटलान्टा जर्जियाबाट हो
Namaste, मेरो नाम स्मृति हो and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, iPhone 7. प्रकाश गुरु जस्तो लाग्यो
ए
मलाई।
हजुर हजुर सर दर्शन नमस्कार साझालो मेरो नाम प्रकाश गुरुङ ह्यारिसबर्ग पेन्सिल्भेनिया मेकानिक्सबर्ग ह्यारिसबर्ग अनि मेकानिक्सबर्गबाट चाहिँ
ओके सोफिया सोफी गुरुङ
नमस्ते मेरो नाम सोफी गुरुङ हो अनि म पेन्सिल्भेनियाबाट हो
पाल्दिन गुरु पनि दिनु पर्यो परिचय
Hello everyone. मेरो नाम पाल्देन गुरुङ हो म जर्जियाबाट
ओके शेर गुरुङ
नमस्कार मेरो नाम शेर गुरुङ म एक्रोन ओहायोबाट
अन्य साथीहरु को रहनु भयो म त हेर्दा यहाँ चाहिँ भुलिसके कि ल त सजल पोजी गुरुङ ल
My name is Powder Gurung and I live in Shippensburg.
अरु अन्य साथीहरु कोही हुन्छ एनीबडी प्लिज
Hi.
Monica.
हाई ल उता हाई यता
Hi. My name's Arya Gurung. I'm Namgyal Lama's daughter, and I'm from Pennsylvania, Harrisburg.
अनि अर्को रोस के हो रोस ओके ल त यता
Namgyal Lama's daughter भनेको
नाइसा हेरिसबर्ग
यो केटा चाहिँ किन नबोलेको नि
नाइसा गुरुङ
Namaste, मेरो नाम नाइसा and I'm from Harrisburg.
आइफोन मात्रै छ को पढ्ने छ फ्रम पिसबा ओके ओके अर्को नाम
नियोङ गुरुङ
Namaste, मेरो नाम नियोङ गुरुङ हो म पिट्सबर्ग
पर्निसा
Hi, my name is Frenisha and I'm from Pittsburgh, PA.
and she is army.
Thank you so much, Bim sir, for leading this introduction. As we have a larger number of participants today, I think it is around 70 to 75. So this may take quite long time to introduce everyone here. So I will like to pause this introduction part here and continue them in next class. So I want to encourage everyone to keep joining our classes, build friendship and experience the richness and beauty of Buddhist teaching together. So please continue attend our class regularly. Do not miss this opportunity. So if you attend regularly, you will definitely lead to success. So keep coming our class regularly. Okay. So next step before we jump into our class, I want to go over briefly about our rules and regulation about this class. Please follow these guidelines if you really want to join our class and really want to learn basic Buddhism. Okay, so here we go. So number 1 is punctuality. Join the Zoom class before 6:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 2 is display name and requirement. Participant means the student must use their real and full name as their Zoom display name. And third one is microphone use. Keep your microphone muted unless you need to speak. Number 4 is camera uses. Students are required to keep their video turned on throughout the session. Number 5, discipline during class. Avoid unnecessary conversation or disturbance. Do not leave the class unless there is an emergency. Use the raise hand features or chat box to ask questions. Participate actively and complete assignment on time. Maintain mutual respect at all times. Number 6, attendance policy. Regular attendance is required. Missing 5 consecutive classes may result in disqualification. Number 7, recording and privacy. Recording, screenshot, or sharing content without permission is strictly prohibited. Number 8, technical readiness. Ensure your device, your microphone, your camera, and internet connection are ready before class. Number 9, dress code. Wear appropriate, simple, or cultural or traditional clothing during the session. Number 10, rules compliance. Failure to follow all these rules may result in a warning or removal from the class. Okay, these are all the guidelines to ensure the smooth and respectful operation of our online Buddhism class. I hope everyone will follow these guidelines and support us in running this class together. So thank you all for being here today, and I hope you will continue coming this class regularly, and you will learn about Buddhism and bring something positive changes into your life. Anyways, it's too late today. It's been too late for today, so today's first session, so we have to go over this all thing. Now I want to stop here, and I want to hand over this time to our teacher to begin the class. Now I would like to invite our teacher, Lopenda Rilok, to take over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm the teacher. So before we start, I think and this is our first class, so I thought that it would be better to start with an auspicious prayer. Yeah, let's do this prayer together. This prayer, the verses to the Eight Noble Auspicious One is especially done when we are starting any kind of new activity, so that our activity will bring the fruition and achieve the goal as per our we have intended. So therefore, I would like to request everyone to recite this together. So I will try to go slow so everyone can catch up.
And like this hand should be.
Namda Rajen Lundru Be Trashi Chodri Jingna Jubai Sangye Chudan Gedun Pabe Zo Kunla Chaza Daja Trashi Don me gyalpo tsalten donru gon chambe gembala geda paldamba kon la gomba gyachere daba chenumbu tarpa tsalda paldani semjen damje la gon dabe pa yitzim ze pa tsara dabal Zenzama debe dashi palper wa devara sheba gela chatsal Jambala jono palden dorje zinchenre sewa gombo jambe saye nyembo diba nambara ze namge nyembo Majo kundu zang utpal dorje pegara lushin tan norbu dawa rali nima ye chazen lenam trashi palgi chanchu semba gela chazalo rinchen dojo tashi sergi nyam dujon bomzan idon kamat Ngenda dundam punso palbe o meno gyalsen wangyuru korlot Rinchen tacho gege chatsen chen chodu gyawan chuchen gege ma Geso ngowo tempe palpe we tashi lamo gela chatsa Zamba chenpo dejon seme bo me don dendan gyalpo yukoros Page bodan lo wan make me zanam de sete laze korlot Trisho la dan don don dorje jen pi wam rali choten gyadzens Sasum ne su gele tashi pe jiten kyonwa gela chatsa Nacha dendere hei chawa tsumpa la gedan ye wara tsewa kunshin Dedem pape samden yishin rup trashi dele punsum tsobara sho. Okay, thank you. So as we are before starting our class, first I would like to introduce myself because you have to understand whom you are learning with. My name is Rigzin Losal and I'm from Ladakh. And at a very young age, I became a monk. And I went to Namdroling Monastery. You might have heard about maybe. So it is in South India, and I spent there 20 years and finally graduated from Namdroling Monastery's Institute, which is Ngajun Nyingma Institute in 2021, and conferred on me the title of Leuben. So this is like short biography of myself. And then first of all, I would like to thank the Gurung community for giving me the opportunity to teach Buddhism to the younger generation, especially the Nepali younger generation. And then also, especially thanks to the president, Gurung, Bim Gurung, and Palden, and so on. First of all, what we need to understand is that why this class have been initiated. What was the reason for initiating this classes or starting this class? What was the need of it? So this is something that we have to understand before jumping into the classes. Actually, as these classes are to, as an introduction to the Buddhist teachings and its values. So why it is become why it has very important for us, and especially for the young generation of the Nepali community, because for us Buddhism isn't just a religion, and Buddhism, our relationship with Buddhism has been from so long time, because Buddha himself was born in Nepal, and after flourishing of the Buddha Dharma in Nepal, India, and from that time until now, Buddhism has been flourishing in Nepal. And then it has merged with our culture, and our culture has this wisdom embraced within our culture. So that's why it has a special importance, cherished by our ancestors. And this is how it gives especially us the identity. So when we talk about our identity, it is not just our food. It always rooted in our culture and in our bloodline. So if you go to the culture, then our culture is not just food and language. It is the wisdom that also carries with that culture. And this is something that we have to carry on by understanding its value and not letting it fade within the hands of our generation. Because with the wisdom of the Buddha Dharma and with the modern lifestyle, if we are able to merge them together, then this is how we can define a prosperous and a happy life can be possible. So what happens is that now most of the kids that we are in here in our classes are the younger generation who are living in America. If we do not preserve this culture, if we do not preserve this wisdom that has been cherished, or that has been given much more importance by our ancestors, then it will going to fade away with time, and then we will be responsible. Until from the big Buddhism was flourished about more than 500 years before Christ. So from that time until now, it has been preserved within the Nepali culture. But if we do not take the responsibility to preserve this precious culture, then the next generation that is going to become will not have be able to make any connection with our rich culture and wisdom. And therefore, it is very important for all of us to value what we are and what we have. Because nowadays, we do not seem to value what we have. Our culture, our religion is our wealth. And this is that we have to understand, and this is what we have to preserve and we should be feel proud of. Because, and another reason for feeling proud of our religion and culture is that nowadays, especially people all around the world are giving more and more importance to the teachings of the Buddha. You will find in most of the university, there we can do courses and get degrees on Buddhism. And there are many, renowned offices, renowned centers where, meditations, love and compassion, and all the values that, Buddhism teaches are learned and, given value nowadays. So this is something very we all should feel proud of. But if it becomes like, though we deem ourselves, we say that we are Buddhists, but what is Buddhism? If you do not know anything about Buddhism, then that would be a shame for ourselves who regard ourselves as a Buddhist. So if we do not understand what our religion is, the values, the wisdom, then we do not know our roots. We do not know ourselves. And in that case, we won't feel proud of. So therefore, in order to preserve our rich culture, and in order to, preserve the wisdom that has been, cherished from our ancestors, generation to generation, and it has merged with our culture, as you might have seen our ancestor, our parents doing, offering of incenses, offering of bowls, and making prostrations to the statues, making prostrations to the three jewels. So this holds great importance and great values, which also corresponds to our day-to-day lives happiness. And this is what we are going to learn in this class. What does this mean? What does it mean by making prostration? What does it mean by three jewels? And what makes someone a Buddhist? Why we do make offerings? What are the benefits? And why, whole the great scientists praise the teachings of the Buddha? Now, There are meditation centers all around the world, learning how to do meditation, doing meditation. And that helps them living a better life, more happier life, and a peaceful life. So these are the values, these are the, the richness that our culture has, that we have to understand. It would be very sad if we do not know the value of our own culture. We do not know the value of our own religion. And we paying not attention to our own religion, and then the other people, the Westerners, learning Buddhism, learning meditation, and taking all the benefits of the teachings of the Buddhas, then that would be a kind of shame at the same time for us. And also, it is also going to be a great loss for ourselves. So with that intention, this class of basic Buddhism was established or started. So what, and then without going so much detail in the first session, I'm going to talk a bit about our future plans, how classes are also going to take place, what would be the roles of each, and what are the responsibility of all the students, and so on. I'd like to talk a bit on that also. What we are usually going to do is that the session, each session is planned for an hour. So as from 7, as everyone, the class will get initiated or started at 7 sharp. And then for 1 hour, I will try to, I will give lecture or trying to give lessons on Buddhists. And then during that time, if you are not able to understand anything that I'm saying, you can message those questions into the chat. Do you see the option chat at the bottom? You can just write down your questions there. And then I'm not going to, answer that question right away. And then once I'm done with the lecture, which will finish by around 8, as it started from 7 and it will, end by around 8. And then after 8, or around 8, I'm going to stop giving lecture and now move on with the discussion phase. So in here, I will be answering all the questions that are, being raised into this chart, meeting chart section. And then I would like also, as this video is being recorded, so I think, and also if I'm not able to, if there are so many questions and if I'm not able to answer all the questions, then we will I would like to request the who is taking care of this videos and initiating this meeting, to kindly write down the questions and send it to me. So I will, in the next session, I will try to answer all the questions and clarify all your doubts. And then also after that, for a half an hour, our question and answer and answering for all the questions would run around half an hour. So within that time, we can also have discussions. So I'm not so sure as if it is scheduled for 1 hour. Then I think we can also make a rule that after 1 hour, then if the student wants to, one can also leave the class. If you are interested, then you can leave. You can stay for the discussions, for to listen to the answers to the questions that have been raised in here. So and these are our my initiative, my plan. And then kindly, I think, I hope it won't happen in the future as well. But today we consume a lot of time, chatting and by fixing all these things. So I hope from the next session we will be able to start as soon as possible after 7 p.m. So apart from that, there are still some few minutes. And then I would also, and there are, what we are going to do is that I'm also going to, related to what I, teach today, I will make a summary of, the teachings that I have told you. And also I'm going to, and from that, you have to, based on that summary and based on what you have learned in this session, you should be prepared, because I am going to ask questions into the next sessions based on what we have learned so far. So after 1 hour of the sessions, we are going to, have all the question and answer. And if you run out of questions, then I'm going to ask questions related to what we have learned so far. And then, so as our, 1 hour today, we just, I just wanted to talk about why we have started this class. That is the main important, because intention is the important. Whatever we are project that we are starting, we have to understand why we are starting this project. What is the need for us? So when you know the importance of this teachings, when you know the importance of this learning, then the enthusiasm or the interest in learning will grow, and that will help every one of us to improve or reach the goals that we have set for. And then there was in the next session I will be covering as starting, we have to start with where the Buddhism came from. So for that, we have to go through the life story of the Buddha. So in the next session, we will go through the life story of Buddha and, learn about the ethics, learn about the dedication, learn about the struggles that Buddha had gone through, and the teachings that he have spread or given, and the message he has given to the world. And this is what it makes, like, connection with us, how we have been preserving this teaching authentically in our, merged in our culture. So in the next session, I'm going to talk about, give lecture on the life story of the Buddha. So there was a question raised at the beginning, like, someone, what was the question? So can you, who was that? Can you write down the question or ask the questions once again?
Hey, I said, like, what was the importance of learning Buddhism? I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
Oh, why should we learn Buddhism, right?
Yeah, why should we learn Buddhism?
Yeah, that was one of the, what I was trying to say. Because Buddhism is actually the teachings of the Buddha, and it is important from the point of view of the teaching itself, and from the perspective of our culture and from our roots. What defines us being a Nepalese and being a Buddhist? And we have our own values, and our culture is based on wisdom. What happens is that when we talk about the teachings of the Buddha, what Buddhism is, what we call the teaching, those people who follows the teachings of the Buddha are called Buddhist. Yeah. And that teachings is what we call Buddhism. Yeah. So when Buddha, after working hard, doing meditation for years, what he achieved is the realization. In terms of realization, what it means is he understood the truth, what we really are, what things really are. So he defined the true reality of this world and ourselves. So as the teachings of the Buddha reveals the truth, so in our day-to-day life, when we are setting a goal for ourselves, if we set the goal out of ignorance, it is, for example, it is said that in a desert, if the sun is so shiny, and if you are in a desert, at the center of a desert, desert, right? So at far away, you will you will see as a mirage. There is a mirage, we call it. That mirage looks like water in appearance when you look it from the far, due to the the sunlight falling on the sand. It looks like water, but in reality, if you go there, there is no water. So that is an illusion, what we call that. And that is described as ignorance, because there is not water, but it seemed like water to us. So therefore, what we do is that if you are feeling so thirsty, then you go make struggle to reach to that water in order to have it and get rid of your thirst. What happens is that as the mirage that you were seeing through your eyes was actually not a water. So out of ignorance, if you perceive or think that that is water, and if you make all the struggle to reach there, then finally, after many struggles, when you finally reach there, you won't find any water. So all your efforts are gone in vain, just gone waste, because the efforts that you make to get water was not there. So this is the importance. So whatever we are choosing our goal, like, what we want to achieve in our goal, so that has to be based on understanding the truth. If you have to, because if you really, when you see the the water that is real water, and then understanding that it is water, and then if you go there, then you will find the water, actual water. So in that case, your effort is not gone in vain. So therefore, Buddhism is establishing or giving you the what the truth is, what reality is. So based on that knowledge, you act, you take decisions, and then as you take decisions, then you will not give you will achieve what you wanted to achieve. Because out of ignorance, out of lacking wisdom, we set goals, and then after years of struggle, we won't find the happiness that we were expecting to achieve after our struggles, years of struggles. So do you see? So that's why all of the teachings of the Buddha are just the truth that he had realized through years of meditation. When after years of meditation, Buddha achieved complete, it is said that complete enlightenment. He gained all the knowledge, and he had no ignorance. He's all the obscurations that we say in technical terms, that there is nothing that Buddha didn't know. So that's why we call the Buddha omniscient, that knows everything. So when Buddha explains what things are, what really things are, then that is the truth, revealing truth. Based on that truth, if we follow that path, then we achieve what we desire, what we want to achieve, want to get. So therefore, following the Buddhism or being Buddhist is a way or method to achieve true happiness for ourselves. Does it make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. So what you're saying is that why learning Buddhist is so important is that so that you actually feel something when you reach your goals.
Yeah. Because whatever we are doing in our day-to-day life, why are we studying? Why are we taking, go to school? Why do we spend money, spend your time learning things, learning skills? Why do we learn? Because we want to achieve our goals. Why do we achieve our goals? So that we will be happy, isn't it?
Yes.
Why? What is the reason for success? Why do we want success? Because if we become successful, then we will become happy, right?
Yes.
So that is the reason why when we set the goals should not be set out of ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing what your goal is, okay. If you want a cell phone, then there is a dummy phone which is not an actual phone, which looks like a phone. Then if you think that, oh, there's a phone, I want it, and if you take it, then will that serve the purpose of phone? Not, right?
No. Because
why first you have to understand whether the goal will deliver the happiness that I actually expecting. So this is really important, makes important and reasonable, especially for the young generations, because we are young and we are yet to set our goals. We are yet to achieve our goals for our life goals, isn't it? So we have to be aware what we are wishing for ourselves. And sometimes in cases we really don't know what we want. So in order to understand ourselves, so the teachings of the Buddha explain all about this. So this becomes this is why Buddhism is really, really important.
Okay.
Okay, so is there any questions?
What is the Four Noble Truths of Buddhism?
Four Noble Truths of Buddhism? Oh, that is a very, very huge question. So this is it is said that when after Buddha become enlightenment, gain all the knowledge, which is another way to say that someone achieved enlightenment. Then he achieved enlightenment in Bodh Gaya, and then traveled to Sarnath, which is Varanasi, and there he gave this first sermon or teaching, and that was the Four Noble Truths. And this is where you see it says Four Noble Truths, the truths which will define what you are, what we are, and our condition, where we are, how we are, suffering, and how we can overcome suffering. So these are the methods that, when Buddha taught. So these are the four truths. So actually, to name it, what are the four truths? The four truths are truth of the suffering, truth of the cause of the suffering, truth of cessation, and truth of the path. What it means is that it says truth of the suffering. It means why we have pains, why do we feel sad, why do we go through hardships. So this, when Buddha defines this, explains this, what kind of suffering we are going through and we will go through and we have gone through. So when Buddha explains the suffering, so that is what it says, truth of the suffering. Okay. And then truth of the cause of the suffering. So in the second truth of this noble truth, it talks about what causes this pains and suffering for us that we experience. What are the sadness? What are the cause of the sadness that we experience? So all this, which the truth, the real cause, when it explains this truth, the cause is called the truth of the cause or truth of origination. Okay. And then it says the truth of cessation. Cessation means freedom. And then Buddha said that we can overcome all the suffering, the pains that we go through, and so on. There is a way, there is a stage where we can achieve complete freedom from all the suffering. So when that Buddha explained that, that is the truth of cessation. And then Buddha talks about truth of the path, which means, what does it mean by path? Path is something that leads to your destination, isn't it? That is the path or road. So the truth of the path is the method which leads you to your goal of freedom from all suffering. So that is the truth of the path. So what are the Four Noble Truths? Truth of the suffering, truth of the cause of the suffering, truth of the cessation or freedom from suffering, and truth of the path, which means truth of the path that leads to that completely freedom from suffering. So the teachings, so do you see, make a connection between what is the reason for, what is the benefit, or why are we learning Buddhism? Makes connection. If you know the Four Noble Truths, then we will be able to understand why we need to, learn Buddhism. Because we don't want suffering, isn't it? Everybody wants to be happy, isn't it? So therefore, we need that Buddhist teachings. The wisdom is must in order to, live a happy life. So therefore, it says that we must, cherish, value the teachings of the Buddha that our ancestors has been, preserving and cherishing from generations after generations, because they saw the value of the teachings of the Buddha, isn't it? So now it is our responsibility to how it is precious, how valuable it is. Okay, so next, is there, I think there are so many chats in here. Is there any? Okay, Angel says, what is enlightenment and how can we achieve it? In short, if we put it simple, then it is like enlightenment is gaining all the knowledge and thus freedom from all the suffering, and getting rid of, if you are, we call it in Tibetan language, we call it Sangye. Sang means freedom from all the suffering, freedom from all the causes of the suffering, and freedom from, which are the causes of the suffering are the obscurations, afflictive emotions, cognitive obscuration, afflictive obscuration. So these are the these are the things that we have to abandon, these are the defects. So the Buddha is someone that doesn't have any defects, and he is blossomed with all the wisdom. He has achieved a state where he knows everything, and it is a state where, due to having that kind of realization, one is able to, one has tremendous power. What kind of power? It is said that Buddha can make manifestations. Buddha can be born wherever he wants. Buddha can show many miracles out of compassion. So do we have now the authority to be born wherever you want? No, right? We are now chained. We are in, it is said that we are in samsara, and we are chained by our karma. So our karma leads where, we go wherever our karma leads. When one achieves enlightenment, one is free from the chain of our karma, and one has the freedom to born wherever one wants, and one have, complete freedom. So that is what enlightenment means. And then the next question is, how can we achieve it? As I said earlier, that in here we talk about previously we talked about 4 noble truths, right? So in the 4 noble truths, third was the truth of cessation, or truth of and the freedom. That is complete freedom from all the suffering and so on. That can also be regarded as an enlightenment. So in the truth of the path, it talks about the methods of achieving that state, complete freedom from suffering. And it is said that enlightenment is possible only through understanding the truth. What leads us to suffering is ignorance, not knowing the truth. So it is simple, just understand and realize the truth. If we understand and realize the truth, then this is the way through which we can achieve enlightenment. Okay. And then if I had improvement issue, then the person understand responsibility, morality. If identity is impermanent, what is that? How should a person understand responsibility, morality, and personal growth? Yes, every we ourselves are impermanent. What do you get by impermanent? If anything is permanent, then we cannot bring any changes to that thing. If we are permanent, then there cannot be any change because we are permanent. But there can be change. That's why it is said that impermanent, because with cause and conditions we can bring change, isn't it? So whatever depends on cause and conditions is regarded as impermanent in nature. So impermanent, if we understand impermanent from another perspective, then that is anything that can be changed is impermanent. So as change is possible, so that's why we can we talk about morality, how helping others, and so on. So that's why helping others, in this way we are bringing a change into the receiver, the helping that we are making to. If you are helping someone, then you are bringing some change into his life. If his state of suffering is permanent, then we can bring any change in his life. Because it is impermanent, that's why change is possible. So that's why the morality and personal growth are possible. And that's why, there is a possibility and we can, engage into this. Otherwise, if everything is permanent, then there is nothing we can do. Okay. Is there any downside of Buddhism? There is no downside of Buddhism, but there is a downside of misunderstanding Buddhism. Okay. What Buddhism is all about, truth, revealing the truth. Truth of our emotions, how emotion arises, how we are bound by emotions, how we feel the pain, why are there pain. Buddhism talks about all of this in details, and it also talks about how we can overcome all these kinds of pains, and how can we achieve something big. And this is the beauty of humans, actually. What is the difference? We humans are very intelligent. So that's why we can dream big and achieve big. If our life is just limited to living a life, and that is nothing special than a well-fed animal. Animals, even they have things to eat, they have a place to sleep, they have a good time, they also play, isn't it? So we humans are wise, intelligent. So our capacity of understanding is far exceeds that of other beings. So that's why we have the ability to understand the truth, fundamental truths. Why I have this kind of feelings? Why are suffering comes? Why do we suffer? Why do we have have anger issues? Why does that anger destroys our happiness and so on? So we have that ability to understand this, and we have the ability to overcome all those suffering. So this is what makes us special. So this is something we should try to achieve, great goals. I think as as this is our first session, we will try to be light, and also, and we will continue our discussions, our lectures, and it is I hope that everyone has found the class interesting and enjoyable. And also I would encourage all of you to take interest into the teachings, because into the teachings of the Buddha. So that is also what defines us, we as Buddhists. So if you do not what Buddhism is, then we do not know ourselves.
Thank you so much for everybody to attending this class, and I think you guys get something, you learn something that will help for your happiness to your life. तपाईँहरू इन्ट्रोड्युस गरिदिनु भयो। नेक्स्ट पालि तपाईँहरू नेक्स्ट सन्डे चाहिँ सेम 7 बिफोर 7 15 मिनट 6:45 चाहिँ सबैजना क्लासमा जोइन भइदिनु होला। र क्लास स्टार्ट फ्रम 7 नेक्स्ट पालि नेक्स्ट सन्डे चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने एक घन्टाको क्लास अथवा 45 को क्लास हुन्छ। त्यसपछि क्वेसन एन्सर, अनि अहिले गुरुले चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ इन्स्ट्रक्टर अथवा गुरुले भनिसक्नुभयो क्लास पछाडि चाहिँ तपाईँहरू जसलाई बस्नु चाहनुहुन्छ तपाईँहरू बस्नुहोस्, बस्नु चाहनु भएन डिस्कस गर्नु चाहनुहुन्छ भने डिस्कसनमा बस्नुहोस् होइन। तर एटलिस्ट तपाईँहरूले 7 to 7:45 अथवा 8सम्म चाहिँ तपाईँहरू बसेर सुनिदिनु होला। यो चाहिँ रियली गुड फर अस होइन। यो चाहिँ हामीलाई यसले इट ब्रिङ्स पिस फर अस, इट गिभ्स अस सो मेनी नलेज, इट गिभ्स अस ह्याप्पिनेस होइन। हामीले धेरै कुरो लर्न गर्छौँ हाम्रो लाइफको विषयमा होइन। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो क्लास बस्नु सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ। सबैजनालाई मेरो रिक्वेस्ट छ, यो हामी यङहरू सबैजना, मसिनो नानी मात्रै होइन, हामी ठुल्ठुलो पनि बस्नुपर्छ क्लासमा। जसलाई इङ्ग्लिस आउँछ सबैजना बसौँ, बुझौँ, र यसले चाहिँ हाम्रो समाजलाई एउटा राम्रो पिसफुल कम्युनिटी, पिसफुल सोसाइटी बनाउनलाई यसले हेल्प गर्छ है त।
ओके बेन्जमान, म के भन्छु ल।
हुन्छ,
दिस इज द लास्ट वान। म चाहिँ यसलाई क्लासलाई एन्ड गरौँ भन्नेमा छु। मेरो नाम चाहिँ पाल्देन हो, अनि म जोर्जियाबाट, अनि म चाहिँ लामा हो। यो क्लास राख्नुमा मलाई एकदम धेरै खुसी थियो, अनि मैले ट्राई धेरै पहिलादेखि गरिरहेको थिएँ हामी सबैजना टिमले। अनि आज हामी यो क्लासको इन्ट्रोडक्सन दिनको लागि हामी आज सक्सेस भएका छौँ र नेक्स्ट विकदेखि चाहिँ हाम्रो क्लास एकदम इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ सबैजना आउनु होला यति धेरै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ अनि लाइफ इज ब्युटिफुल विथ दि स्टोरी अनि यो हाम्रो क्लास सँगसँगै हाम्रो लाइफ पनि ब्युटिफुल भएर जान्छ अनि मिनिङफुल पनि हुन्छ हाम्रो लाइफ अनि हामीले हाम्रो सबै कुरो हिस्ट्री पनि बुझ्छौँ हामीले हाम्रो रिलिजियस पनि बुझ्छौँ हामीले हाम्रो कल्चर पनि अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ गर्छौँ यो क्लास सँगसँगै अनि हामीले वी क्यान बी ह्याप्पी भन्ने कुरा पनि बुझ्छौँ र यो क्लास एकदम इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुँदै जान्छ सबैजना अर्को विकको सन्डे 6:45 हाम्रो जुम चाहिँ ओपन हुन्छ अनि हामीले 6:45 देखि 7सम्म हामी सबै इन भइसक्नुपर्छ है त तपाईँले बुझ्यो अनि हामी सबैजना आउनुपर्छ आएर अनि हामी क्लास गर्ने नेक्स्ट क्लास चाहिँ हाम्रो बुद्धको लर्ड बुद्धको लाइफ हिस्ट्री चाहिँ हाम्रो सुरु हुन्छ अनि सबैजना आउने अनि हामी क्लासमा बस्ने सबैजनाले यो गर्ने अनि हाम्रो यो रिलिजियस क्लास मात्र होइन यो चाहिँ हाम्रो लाइफलाई नै एउटा ब्युटिफुल बनाउने हो जस्तो एउटा एकाडेमिक स्कुलको तिमीहरू स्कुल जान्छौ नि केटाकेटी स्कुल जान्छ नि त्यो एउटा एकाडेमिक एजुकेसन हो त्यो एजुकेसन चाहिँ एउटा फर इक्जाम्पल चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ एउटा सादा ग्लास जस्तो हो एउटा फ्लावर भास जस्तो हो सादा अनि प्लेन फ्लावर भास जस्तो हो भने यो हाम्रो धर्म यो रिलिजियसको यो के भन्छ नलेज छ नि यो चाहिँ हाम्रो लभिङ एन्ड काइन्डनेस यिनीहरू यस्तोले चाहिँ के गर्छ भने त्यो सादा फ्लावर भासलाई चाहिँ हामीले ब्युटिफुल बनाउन त्यसलाई चाहिँ पेन्टिङ गर्ने ब्युटिफुल अब हामीले कलर पेन्टिङ गर्नेले चाहिँ काम गर्छ अनि हाम्रो लाइफ एकदम ब्युटिफुल हुन्छ हामीले एकाडेमिक एजुकेसन सँगसँगै हाम्रो रिलिजियस एजुकेसन भयो भने लभिङ एन्ड कम्पेसन हामीले चाहिँ सिक्यो भने अनि त्यसले चाहिँ हामीलाई हाम्रो लाइफ एकदम ब्युटिफुल बनाउँछ एकदम सुन्दर बनाउँछ हाम्रो हरेक कुरालाई चाहिँ अनि यो सोच्ने हाम्रो हुन्छ नि यो थिङ्किङ यो थट पनि यसको डिफ्रेन्ट थटहरू हुन्छ त्यो भएर अनि त्यो क्लासमा आउने अनि आज चाहिँ हाम्रो क्लास अलिकति लेन्दी भयो बिकज अफ केही प्रब्लमहरूले फर्स्ट सेसन भएर पनि हो अनि थ्याङ्क यू लोपेनलाई अहिले हाम्रो क्लास दिनुहुने लोपेनलाई एकदम थ्याङ्क यू अनि सबैजनाको तर्फबाट गुड नाइट र क्लास एन्डिङ भएको छ सबैजनाले आजको क्लासलाई लिभ गर्न सक्छ नेक्स्ट टाइम हाम्रो क्लास यही सन्डे 7 देखि सुरु हुन्छ 6:45 देखि हामी पस्ने है त एन्ड गर्ने है त जुममा थ्याङ्क यू सो मच सबैजनालाई
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Have a good night. Take care. Be happy always.
Good night.
Yeah.
Eat.
Thank you, Vanna.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
हामी गुरुङ जातिको आफ्नै भाषा भेष छ
धर्म कर्म रीति रिवाज पनि आफ्नै